You are tuned in to On Air with Chris Shanafelt. Welcome back on air as we continue our Player Spotlight series with the 2020 NFL Draft Class. I'm your host, Chris Shanafelt, and I'm now joined by two-time AFCA Division III All-American defensive back out of Susquehanna University, Danial Shelton. And Daniel, I really appreciate you taking the time this evening. How's everything going, man?
Everything is going great. I'm very blessed right now, and thank you for having me on here.
The pleasure's all mine. Congrats on all the success up to this point. I mean, two-time All-American as a junior and senior, Daniel. Going back to when you really first stepped on the field for the Riverhawks as a freshman, you played in all 10 games. You reeled in 43 tackles and 5 interceptions. I mean, just talk to us about your journey to Susquehanna University. How were you able to see the field as a freshman and lead the team in interceptions and go on to win Conference Rookie of the Year?
What drew me to this school was Coach Alan Tomitis, my defensive back coach. He had came up to my school. He had talked about the opportunity that I had for coming here, and he had went to a camp of mine, loved me, and I loved him. So I mean, it was like at first sight we just clicked, and then I came up here, and I balled from camp on till the end of my career.
Yeah, you balled out to say the least. Again, 43 tackles, 5 interceptions as a freshman. Kind of unheard of, especially for a freshman. After that freshman year, Daniel, I'm sure you were the main focus on most teams' scouting reports. Did you ever notice or get a vibe from opposing offenses that they're trying to avoid throwing your way?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it started sophomore year. I seen glimpses of it, and then junior year and senior year, it was kind of like completely avoided my side, and that's when I became more versatile in my game. I started traveling in the slot. I followed the best player, whether he was on the other side. I was on blitzes. The coaches just used me in a more versatile way.
All right, so we got Revis Island. Do you have an island of your own, Daniel?
I mean, some guys like to say Shelton Island, but I just, with the help of my teammates and the defense we run, I think it put me in the best position to perform.
The last 2 years, you were voted a team captain. Is that something that ever meant anything to you, being one of the faces of the team and having the respect of your coaches and teammates over the years?
I would say it's my greatest honor. The team votes for it. And it's not, they don't just vote for it one time. They vote for it before the regular season, before spring ball. So virtually I got voted in 4 different times in 2 years, and it's just an absolute blessing. And I appreciate my teammates for that, and I'll always appreciate my teammates for that, and the respective captains.
Absolutely, and I'm sure part of that has to do the type of player that you are on the field, but I'm sure it's the type of leader you are as well. What kind of leadership qualities do you hold, Daniel? And is that a part that you take with pride, being a leader, being a teammate that other players kind of look up to?
I would definitely say guys see me lead by example through my passion. I mean, every practice is personal for me. Like, what the goals I have in mind is every practice I took personal. I never took a day off, and they've seen that. And our work ethic on the field and as well as off, when I watch film in the film room relentlessly, ask questions. I mean, even as a senior, I was asking the most questions in the room. And that's just how I tried to lead by example.
And since you've arrived on campus at Susquehanna University, the Riverhawks program had the most success that they've ever had in a 4-year stretch, Daniel. This past season, the team witnessed their best football season in program history as you guys finished 10-1 and absolutely dominated Wilkes 88-24 in the 5th annual Centennial Mac Bowl Series. Heading into the season, was that a goal of yours to make sure you left the program in better hands than it was when you first arrived?
Absolutely. I mean, I actually wrote that down. One of my goals was to leave an impact on the guys that are moving forward in the program, especially in their mindset, their mentality, how they're going to go about these next couple of years, and not be satisfied with what they did this year. Although it's great, don't be satisfied with it. You can win every game, and that's the goal for them.
And obviously, a big hit is being taken at the secondary with you going to the next level, Daniel. What's the future of this program looking like, specifically the secondary? Who are some players that we could expect to step up in your absence?
Oh, my God, the whole secondary, the whole secondary is definitely phenomenal, from the safety position to the corner position. A few players I can name, Latrell Bradley, David Gilchrist, Nicholas Sattil, Chance Beverly, Sean Ryan, more. I said Chance Beverly. I meant Chance Singleton and Aaron Beverly. But there's a multitude of guys that can step up.
Again, we're chatting with 2020 NFL Draft prospect, cornerback out of Susquehanna University, Danial Shelton. And Daniel, it seems like I'm chatting with more and more Division III players this year than any other year. It really speaks to the overall competition there is in this sport of football, and it doesn't matter where you play. If you show that you have the skill set to play at the next level, they'll certainly find you, and I think that's the case when it comes to you. When did it hit you that professional football career might be in your future?
Junior year, I think I had the best off season I've ever had in all my years of playing football. And then going into camp, I was just playing at a level just absolutely ahead of everybody else. I felt like it. I felt like it physically and mentally, that I was just operating differently. And then I knew from that point on, like, that I could have a chance to go to the next level.
And, just watching some of your tape, some of your highlights, Daniel, it certainly looks like week in and week out, there's a lot of preparation in the film room. It almost looks like you can mirror a lot of these opposing wide receivers. Obviously, the physical part of it is a huge part of it, but how big of an impact does just being prepared in the film room and studying tape, how much of an impact does that have specifically at the cornerback position, one of the tougher positions to play in football?
It's everything. You can have all the technique in the world, but what's going to separate you is your instincts. What do you know on the field that's going to allow you to make plays, see what other people don't see, and even warn your teammates ahead of time that this is what they're going to do, and capitalize off that stuff. So every time I'm in the film room, I try to look at tendencies of the other team and tendencies of myself that I can use to help to my advantage.
He's 2020 NFL Draft prospect, cornerback out of Susquehanna University, Danial Shelton. And Daniel, it's not every year that we hear about a player coming out of Susquehanna University, getting ready for the NFL Draft. Do you pride yourself in taking a route less traveled? People will automatically dock you because of the school that you came from. Does it add a chip on your shoulder coming from Susquehanna University and making history?
It definitely holds a special place in my heart. I think me just coming from Susquehanna is just a testament of my drive, my hunger, my willingness to be great no matter what situation I'm put in. And I don't want to downplay this school at all. This school is a great school, absolutely great program, great coaches, and I'm blessed to even have got this opportunity.
No doubt about it. Again, a fantastic 4-year career there, and it all started as a freshman as you led the team with 5 interceptions, and then, of course, All-American honors as a junior and a senior. Who would you say is the best player you've lined up against over the years?
Best player or best receiver?
It could be best player overall, quarterback, wide receiver, you name it.
I would probably say Nick Costello from Lycoming. I didn't face him my senior year, but I faced him my freshman through junior year, and we had some battles. Definitely a great receiver, 6'5". He had rangy speed, could catch deep ball. He could do a lot of different things. He was dynamic.
And what about most memorable play over the past 4 years, Daniel? I mean, is there a specific play that stands out, 5, 10, 15 years down the road that you'll look back at and remember, exactly what went on in that play?
Absolutely. It was a game we played my sophomore year. It was like our 5th game against Susquehanna College. And the running back had popped out to the perimeter, and I had no one was blocking me, and I seen him, and man, I just claimed him. I kind of just took him out, and it was the loudest I've ever heard the crowd. I mean, that's what really sticks with me. The loudest I ever heard the crowd. Even after the play, you could feel it, like the energy all around you, and it was just like, it felt like the best time of my life.
You're going to have to send us that play, Daniel. Is that play has to be recorded somewhere, right? Somebody has that on video.
That play is on my highlight tape. Yes, I can send you that.
Awesome. That's interesting, man. It seems like a lot of cornerbacks nowadays shy away from the contact or the physical, part of the game of football. That's not the case when it comes to you, is it, Daniel?
No, sir, not at all. I mean, just going back to high school, I was always taught by my head coach, DeLon Parrish, about the physicality of the game, and that, I mean, the game is really for violent people. I mean, there's no getting around it. You can't play this game soft.
No, you cannot, and you do not do that. You do not play the game in that fashion. It's just really interesting to hear a cornerback highlight a play talking about a big hit and not talking about an interception or a play like that. So that's awesome. I love to hear that. I love physical cornerbacks. I love physical football players, specifically on the defensive side of the football field. So, again, just a couple more questions for you, Daniel, then we'll let you go. I really do appreciate your time again. He's Danial Shelton, the standout cornerback out of Susquehanna University, Division III program, really putting, his school on the map. This is going to be a name that you guys have to look out for in the coming weeks, in the coming months leading up to the 2020 NFL Draft. And obviously a big part of this process for you, Daniel, will be your pro day. Where are you training at for your pro day? Do we have any details on that pro day? Will your pro day be held at Susquehanna, or will you try to get into a bigger program's workout?
Well, I'm training up here at Susquehanna for my pro day, training in the house with a lot of different coaches, our weight specialists, and our trainers. But I have a pro day scheduled for March 6th at Villanova. And I also have another pro day scheduled for this March 16th at Temple University. Awesome.
Obviously, some really big opportunities for you ahead. Is this a weird time of the year for you, Daniel? I mean, right around now, I'm sure you're getting ready for spring ball, but that's not the case for you this time around, this spring. I mean, does it feel weird not being with your teammates and preparing for another football season?
I don't think it feels weird because I'm still preparing and grinding how it would normally be.
Any goals you have set in mind for your pro day? Any goals you're willing to share? Obviously the 40 time, the vertical leap, those are two of the more highlighted, activities that are worked out on at the pro day, or the bench press, 225 pounds on the bar. You feel comfortable sharing any goals you have in mind?
I mean, my only goal is to impress the scouts that are there, impress the people that watch me, with not only with the way I perform, but with my character if I do get a chance to meet any of them.
Yeah, that's all that matters, obviously, is the people that will be in attendance, the teams that will be in attendance. I see 5'11", 190. Is that about where you're at nowadays? If not, can you just update us on your current listings?
I would say 6 foot, 192.
Okay, there you go. Adding another inch and a couple more pounds. Obviously, great size for the defensive, for a cornerback position specifically. Final question for you, Daniel, then we'll let you go. Really do appreciate your time. Let's say we have all 32 NFL general managers. They're tuned into this very interview. Why should they want the cornerback out of Susquehanna University, Danial Shelton, a part of their team?
Oh, they should want Danial Shelton because he's willing to outwork anyone. He's going to do whatever it takes, whatever position there is on the field, to the best of his ability. He's going to take coaching. He's very coachable, a guy that will spill passion and influence his teammates on and off the field in every single way. A guy that truly loves the game, and that's really what drives me every day. I love the game, and it would be a blessing for me to keep playing.
Well, Danial, congratulations on all this success. You're really doing a great job representing your school, and at least in the football world, NFL draft world, you are in a way putting your school on the map. So congratulations on that, and it's really been a pleasure chatting with you, and I really look forward to seeing what you do at that Villanova Pro Day, at that Temple Pro Day. And again, man, just wishing you all the best in the coming months leading up to the 2020 NFL Draft.
Thank you very much.